Good day, STEM students. This is Felman L. Maninang, your General Physics 1 teacher. So for your final video about your activity sheet quarter 1 week 6 entitled Projectile Motion 2, I will be discussing kinematic quantities of objects in projectile motion 2. So I will start with the vertical motion. Note, so mahalaga to ha, always determine component velocities of the initial velocity first and label it before proceeding to computation. So kung naalala nyo doon sa second video ko, the initial velocity is broken down into two components. We have the horizontal or the x component, which is just equal to the product of the initial velocity multiplied to the cosine theta or the angle of the initial velocity, and the vertical component, which is just the product of the initial velocity multiplied to sine theta. So first, acceleration. It is equal to negative 9.8 meter per second square since object will slow down as it moves upward. Vertical initial velocity. It is the vertical component of the initial velocity of the projectile, mathematically expressed as, so nabanggit ko na kanina, the product between the initial velocity times sine theta. So it is the resultant velocity multiplied to sine theta. Maximum height. So d sub y. This is the topmost portion the projectile could reach. Since the final velocity is 0, this could be computed using this equation. So, mapansin nyo, d is equal to negative VIY square. So, initial vertical velocity. Tandaan nyo to ha. So, yung initial vertical component, hindi yung initial velocity. So, dapat yung component niya. So, titingin kayo doon sa pin-repair nyo before you compute the vertical motion. So, dapat kukunin nyo lang yung kanyang vertical initial velocity. And then, you will square that divided by 2 times the acceleration due to gravity, which is negative 9.8. And then eventually, if you will divide negative to negative, you will have a positive distance. Time. This refers to the time it will take for the moving object to reach the maximum height. This could be computed using the following equation. So, yun pa rin, initial velocity vertical component. So, hindi pwede yung initial velocity kung anong given. Dapat yung vertical component niya lang. Divided by acceleration due to gravity. So, again, pag dinivide mo yung dalawa na yan, you will have a positive value for time. And then, fifth, time of flight. So, time of flight is just the twice of t. If we are referring to the time it took the object to reach the maximum height and back to the horizontal position where the object was thrown. Mathematically expressed as 2t. So, multiply mo lang yun. So, mahalaga doon yung horizontal platform, no? Kung saan siya ni-release, doon din yung value ng t na yon. Okay? Final velocity. So, that is v sub fx. Final velocity is the vertical component of the final velocity of the projectile, mathematically expressed as, so ito yon, final velocity vertical component is equal to initial velocity vertical component plus acceleration due to gravity multiplied to t. Now, the time here is not the time of flight nor the time it reached the maximum height. So, pwede kasing palit-palitan to. Kung gusto mo malaman kung ano yung velocity niya at any given point sa kanyang trajectory, yung time ang magiging point mo, pwede mong palit-palitan yung value nito. So, pwede mo rin gamitin yung time of flight, which is, mapapansin mo yung final velocity ron, yung vertical component nun ay kaparehas lang na initial velocity, or dun sa maximum height, which is, kapag yun ang ginawa mo, yung final velocity dun ay 0. Pero again, you could use this equation to determine any point doon sa trajectory niya, what is the vertical final velocity of the projectile. So, pwedeng palitan yung value ng t na yan. And then, kinematic quantities of objects in projectile motion 2. Horizontal na tayo. So, first, horizontal velocity. Nabanggit ko na to kanina. This is the horizontal component of the initial velocity of projectile, mathematically expressed as v sub x is equal to the initial velocity or the resultant velocity cosine theta. So, kung yung angle, cosine na. Multiply mo lang yung value nito, cosine theta na to, doon sa value ng v. Since the motion is uniform, this is the same all throughout the motion. So, range. So, familiar na kayo sa equation na to kasi naturo ko na sa inyo yung projectile motion 1. So, same thing, no, it is the horizontal distance component of the trajectory mathematically expressed as dx is equal to vxt. So, nabanggit ko roon sa first video na kapag nagpa-factor in ang air, nagbabago yung kanyang range, medyo nababawasan ng konti, no? Pero minimal naman, or pwede natin sabihin na negligible kasi maliit lang yung factor ng air friction. So hindi lang siya maging perfect na parabolic yung shape, meron lang siyang konting dent na hindi lang pantay, pero hindi masyadong malaki yung epekto nun sa kanyang range. So yung time dito is the time of flight. Okay? So yung time of flight natin. So, resultant velocity. So, sa previous discussion ko, yung mga nanood ng projectile motion 1, na-discuss ko na to kung saan ang resultant velocity, no? Kasi meron tayong dalawang component. Alala nyo, we have the x component and the y component. Pwede nating alamin kung gaano kabilis yung projectile combining yung mga nakuha nating horizontal and vertical component. So, susunod lang tayo sa tinatawag nating Pythagorean theorem. So, it is just a c square is equal to a square plus b square. So, replacing the variables, we have the resultant velocity square is equal to the final horizontal velocity square plus final vertical velocity square. So, yan din po yun. And then, square root lang natin, we will have this equation. So, familiar na kayo dyan kasi naituro ko na yan sa projectile motion 1. And then, for the trigonometric function naman, to determine the angle, so, papansin nyo, meron kayong opposite, meron kayong adjacent. So, ang gagamitin natin ay TOA. So, yung tan theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. So, ano yung opposite? We have the final velocity, vertical velocity, over the final horizontal velocity, tan theta. And to get the angle, lilipat natin si tan. So, pag nilipat natin siya, hindi applicable yung nasa itaas, ibinababa, hindi po. Since this is a trigonometric function, pag nilipat mo siya sa kabila, you will get the inverse of that, which is tan negative 1. So, yan lang yun. Kunin mo yung quotient nito, multiply mo sa inverse tan. So, naituro ko na rin kung paano pindutin yan using your desktop. Tapos, explore nyo na lang sa calculator kasi maraming pagpindot sa calculator, depende sa calculator nyo. So, I hope you enjoyed learning about projectile motion. In general physics, kalma lang.